What if I told you the world came seconds away from nuclear annihilation? Not once, but 13 times. This isn't a movie. This is the Cold War, the silent war that almost ended humanity. The Cold War didn't start with guns. It began in silence, right after World War II, when two superpowers emerged and the world got divided into East and West. On one side, the United States, symbol of democracy and capitalism. On the other, the Soviet Union, champion of communism, both claiming to lead the world. As Europe tried to rebuild, a line was drawn. Winston Churchill called it the Iron Curtain, a line that would divide the world for the next 45 years. Then came the bomb. Both nations started building weapons powerful enough to destroy the planet several times over. When direct war was too dangerous, they turned to the shadows. Spies became the new soldiers. The war even reached the stars. From satellites to the moon, space became the next battlefield. Berlin became the first flashpoint. In 1948, the Soviets cut off West Berlin. The world held its breath. The world split into two military alliances, one led by the USA, NATO, the other by the USSR, Warsaw Pact. Now, it wasn't just two nations, it was the entire world. By the early 1950s, the entire world was armed to the teeth. One wrong move, and everything could end in fire.
The Cold War turned hot in Korea. North and South became the first battleground between East and West. Korea was only the beginning. The Cold War was fought in other people's lands, Vietnam, Cuba, Africa, where superpowers pulled the strings. The race for secrets went sky high. U-2 planes, satellites, and spies in the sky watched everything. October 1962, the world stopped breathing. Soviet missiles appeared in Cuba, just 90 miles from the US. President John F. Kennedy went on national TV. One wrong step, and it would have been World War III. US warships surrounded Cuba. One move from either side, and the world would burn. For 13 days, the world waited. Every second could have been the last. In the shadows, a deal was struck. Missiles out of Cuba, and American nukes quietly removed from Turkey. After nearly ending the world, Washington and Moscow agreed. They needed a direct line. The red phone was born. The world survived the Cuban Missile Crisis, but the Cold War, it was far from over. When nations couldn't fire nukes, they fired rockets into space. The race to the stars became a new battlefield. When the Soviets launched Sputnik, it wasn't just a satellite, it was a wake-up call. America answered with the Apollo program. This wasn't just about space. It was about proving who ruled the future. 1969, the Eagle has landed. One small step for man, one giant leap for America. But while America conquered the moon, it was bleeding in the jungles of Vietnam. At home, America was tearing apart. Protests filled the streets. People questioned the war. In Europe, one wall became the symbol of a divided world, the Berlin Wall. As the wall rose, so did the nukes. America and the USSR built enough bombs to destroy the world many times over. Then, something incredible happened. The wall that divided the world came crashing down. In 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed. A war without battles ended, and the USA stood as the only superpower.